Hey everybody, Max Kevin here. It's a little cutie podcast. It's not too long. You guys you binging any TV shows recently? What's the hot TV show right now? Oh my god, Squid Game 2's coming out. Dude, Squid Game 2's coming out in December. You guys see that? Squid Game 2. He's back. The Korean guy's back. He's going to he's gonna stop the Squid Game. It's part 2. I saw this news article that some Korean actor died, and he just kind of looked like every Korean actor, so it's like, I mean, everybody in Korea kind of gets the same plastic surgery, so they all look exactly the same. I'm not trying to be like, not like the racist, like all Asians look the same, type thing, but actually all Koreans kind of do look the same because they all get the exact same plastic surgery, so they all have the same face. I don't know if you guys seen these Korean Idol. They all got the exact same face. I don't. You go to the plastic surgeon in Korea, and they're like, you got the faces. You got like 3 different faces you can choose from. Okay, do you want the A face, the B face, or the C face? It's like, are those really the only 3 faces I can choose from? It's like, well, we can also change your color of your hair. We can bleach your hair, but basically, you can only have these 3 faces. Can you guys hear Zoro snoring? Zoro, you're snoring very loud right now. Anywho, you guys watch, let's see, what's been on TV recently? You guys watch The Penguin? It's part of the Batman universe. It's Colin Farrell, dressed up as a fat man. That's that's appropriation. That's not cultural appropriation, that's fatty appropriation, okay? We didn't get real fat, he's stealing roles from real fat people. Watch The Penguin there. Decent show. Good show. Colin Farrell's great as the Penguin. The other chick's great. I don't know her name. She was good. All the actors were good, except for the kid that played Vic. He was kind of... Okay, the thing is, the show is kind of good and bad at the same time, Like, I know usually when I just complain about stuff, I usually just talk about how bad it is. But the show is actually good and bad. Jesus, Zoro won't stop snoring, man. Can I talk about this? Okay, Zoro. Oh god, this dog. Anyway, The Penguin. I don't know if you guys seen The Penguin on HBO. Yeah, it was a good show. Just kind of some stuff, I think what bugs me about most TV shows is stuff that doesn't make any sense, There's like there was a couple things that didn't really make any sense in that show, a couple times there, Like there's this one time the Falcone chick, the Gigante chick, the main antagonist of the story. She's searching for Penguin. Penguin killed her brother. And Penguin is the reason why she had to stay in this insane asylum for 10 years. Because he ratted her out. So she wants to kill him. But she doesn't know where he is because he ran away. He ran away, but she finally finds out where he is. He knows he's hiding. He's hiding in Crown Point, the dumpster of Gotham City. That's where he is. All right, let's go get him. And then they show the scene where it's like the Penguin's mom and his right-hand man Victor. They're in this apartment building, and like the crime lady, she walks in the building, like it's like, it's like, oh, she found him. But it's like, if you're the head of a mafia group, you wouldn't go by yourself. You'd send your mobster guys, It's like, what if they got some of their own soldiers there, that are guarding the place with guns and stuff? You can't just walk right in there. You're going to send your goons. You're not going to, that didn't make any sense. You're not going to go by yourself. You just send your goon. What's the point of having goons if you can't make them go do goon stuff, So that didn't really make any sense there, and then, yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of times where Penguin gets, like, captured, like, like, the villains, it's the typical trope where the villain should just kill the hero, but they don't. That happens, like, 4 or 5 times in the series. Like, well, I want to kill you, and I could kill you right now, but I'm not going to, because that would force the writers to think a little bit harder. And it's crunch time here, okay? We just had the writer's strike last year. We don't have time to write this shit. And then, of course, okay. I think the main. So it was a pretty good story. Good acting, good cinematography. Good stuff. But I think the main weakness was the right hand man there, Victor Aguilar was his name there. I mean, okay. So the story is, he's like a low time criminal stealing car parts, right? And Penguin catches him trying to steal his car parts there, And then he takes him under his wing and starts training him as a mobster there, But the character, he's like this innocent little boy, Innocent, wouldn't hurt a fly little boy. He's like, I'm such a cute little boy. I'm just a cute little boy from the wrong part of town. Some of my friends are mixed up in the bad stuff, but not me. I want to be a good boy. I want to be a good little boy, And then he joins the gang, and he doesn't really have any character growth. Like, at no point does he ever become evil. He eventually shoots this gangster dude, but it's not even really it doesn't really affect him at all. It's like he doesn't. There's no transition there, and then like that type of person wouldn't really choose that life of crime there. In the midway through the series there, he ditches his girlfriend. He decides to choose the life of crime, but he's not that's not the type of person that would do that. At no point does he ever become evil. He's like a good guy doing terrible, working as a drug dealer, growing drugs, and he doesn't, and he's helping the Penguin dispose of bodies. That's not the type of person that would do that. Doesn't really mean, like that. He never really transitioned. They could have showed him slowly transition, losing his innocence there, but he never loses his innocence. He has his innocence the whole time, the whole series there, So that was kind of a bad character development there, And then of course, as the series goes on, you kind of see how the Penguin is a sociopath. He just kind of manipulates everyone. And, he's not capable of any relationships, and he just kind of uses everyone. So you kind of know at the beginning of the show there that when he gets this kid Vic under his wing, there's either going to be two story arcs, right? Either it's going to show the story arc of Vic becoming evil. He tainted this good kid and made him become evil. Or he's going to use the kid and then just kill him, right? And so you kind of know that's what's going to happen there, And then, okay, spoiler alert, it doesn't happen there until the very last episode, one of the last scenes, Both the Penguin and Vic, they're sitting there at the end after killing all the other criminals. They're finally at the top, and they're sitting there in front of the river on a bench, drinking beers. I don't know, maybe they're drinking vodka or something. They're sitting there chilling, dude, we did it. We took over Gotham. We're the head of the crime family now. And Vic's is Penguin, you're my family too. And Penguin's all right, well, gotta kill you now. Now, his motivation didn't really make any sense. Okay, I kind of see some people explain it there. That he had to kill him because eventually he would fear that he would become a liability there, but that didn't really make any sense because he keeps his mom around, And then or the other thing, maybe Vic would want his own power, and he would try to kill the Penguin there. But the thing is, real mafia guys and Pablo Escobar guys, Pablo Escobar too, he also just used people. But if people were competent and good at what they did, he'd keep them around. There was no reason for him to kill Vic at that moment. He could have just kept him around until, he was no longer useful. You can't be a successful mafioso if you just kill all of your competent sergeants or whatever. You can't just kill the guys that are good at their job. That's not how capitalism works. So that didn't really make any sense there. But okay, and then that, the actual execution, they could have written a better way that he would sort of betray Vic and kill him somehow. But instead, they're just sitting on a park bench, and he's like, all right, well, time to strangle you. And the penguin, he just starts strangling him with his hands. You know, like he doesn't get him like in a rear naked choke or anything. He just, like they're literally sitting next to each other, and he just puts his hand around his neck and starts choking him. And Vic is like, no, don't choke me, please. Oh, okay. And first off, if you're being choked, you can't really talk. That's one thing there, you know. And the thing is, Penguin's supposed to be like, I don't know, late 40s, early 50s, fat guy. And Vic is like he's like a 20-something athletic young boy. Okay, you're telling me he can't overpower like yeah. That's another thing is Penguin. He's supposed to be like this fat dude, but like he also has like superhuman strength sometimes. He can just like lift people up, no problem. And he's an out of shape fat guy, and he's choking this young, incredibly athletic kid just by himself, you know, with his bare hands around his neck. And the kid is like not even fighting back. He's just like, oh, please stop choking me. It's like, okay, if you're actually getting choked and you would just start punching the dude in the face, right? Or you would fight the hands, you know? You put your two hands on his one hand that's around your neck and you pry it off your neck, you know? He didn't have him in a rear naked choke where like you can't attack the arm there, you know? He was just choking him with his hands. They did the whole, has no one on that TV show ever watched an MMA fight? Or like, no, like, this doesn't make any sense there, you know? I mean, you could have at least had a knife and stabbed him or something. You're just going to choke him with your hands? Who wrote this? This is an HBO TV show? Anyway, stuff like that just really bothers me, you know? It's like, okay, you're gonna kill him. Okay, so maybe just don't have him choke him with his hands, because he would easily be able to get out of that, you know? Maybe just have him stab him or something. That makes a lot more sense, you know? Anyway, it was a decent show. It was a decent show, even though I just ruined it. Check it out. Well, I'm also watching this TV show, English Teacher. Great show on FX. Oh, hilarious show. It's a comedy TV show about a high school English teacher. Spoiler alert: he's gay. But yeah, it's hilarious, man. The jokes in it are good. It's very well written. It's very fast. Like, I've never seen a show like this. It's like edited very quickly, and everyone talks quickly. So, you know, if you like slow stuff, this is the opposite of that. It's very snap, very fast, very well written. You know, in a deal. Okay, there's so many shows out there that I would call, most people call woke shows. You know, which are just like try to. What's the word they say? Ham fist, like diversity and the left wing ideas and stuff, and you know the hot topics of the day, you know, the hot political topics of the day, and they're all so terrible. Like, oh god, like I don't know, like new Star Wars TV shows just terrible. You know, the Witcher TV show, oh, so terrible. Oh god. What other show? Well, I don't know. There's so many, I can't name them all. But anyway. This show, English Teacher, it talks about all these issues, and it's funny, and it doesn't take sides. Like, it's not like on all these shows they'll take a side, you know, they'll take a political side and say, well, that's why all the other people are idiots. But this show, it doesn't take sides with any of the issues, you know. It has characters that believe in both, and like the end of the episode is not showing that one of them is right. It just shows that they both have different points of view, and that's that. And there's, you know, oh well, too bad. But the show's great. Oh, it's funny, man. Check it out. English Teacher on FX. Oh, it's hilarious. What else? Anything else I'm watching? Anything else? Oh, of course, the great Bill Burr. He just did a monologue on Saturday Night Live after Trump won there. A lot of people are saying it's bad. I don't know what those people are thinking. I guess everyone on the internet just complains all the time. Yeah, I guess me too. You know, all I do on this podcast is complain about terrible movies and shit. So I understand why. Dude, it's complaining culture, dude. Everyone's just complaining about everything. Quit your whining and complaining. You know, so everyone's complaining, but I watched it. It was great. I don't understand. What do you... it was great. Like, maybe the audience didn't laugh so much because they're a bunch of New York little bitches, but his jokes were like, okay, the thing is, you don't know how long he wrote a lot of those jokes. Like, if he'd been working on those jokes, then yeah, okay, maybe you can criticize him a little. But if he had written, like, it was 7 minutes, and I don't know how much of that material that he wrote that week, maybe none of it, but I mean, it was great. There was punchline after punchline, tag after tag. He's one of the best of the best. Like, from a joke writing perspective, like, okay, if things are funny or not funny, that's just based on people's tastes. But from an objective joke writing perspective, it was 7 minutes, and he was doing like punchlines, every 5 to 10 seconds. I mean, like, just punchlines and tags and punchlines. I mean, it was acting it out. It was great, man. It was extremely well written. I think people that criticize it probably never written a joke before. They don't understand the joke writing process, and they don't, they can't understand genius when they see it. But man, Bill Burr, one of the best to do it. I wish I had some talent. That'd be nice. I wish I had a little bit of talent. Oh well, no talent for me. No talent for me. I guess that's why I'm the host of the Little Cutie podcast, and nobody listens to it. Did you guys enjoy listening to Zoro snore? Zoro keeps snoring for the audience. You know what? Anyway, thanks for listening. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow.